Welcome back to Math Companion. Now, to solve this, we are going to consider the first part first. So, this one, we are going to write it as the square root of 3x minus 6 plus 1. And then further, we are going to factorize this, whatever we have inside the square root, as 3 into brackets x minus 2 plus 1, which is equals to 3 minus the square root of x minus 2. Now, if we look at this carefully, you will realize that we have x minus 2 here and x minus 2 over there. And therefore, we'll say let x minus 2 be equals to m. Now, rewriting back the equation, it's going to look like the square root of 3m plus 1, it's equals to 3 minus the square root of m. Now, to get rid of the square root, we are going to square both sides. Now, the first part, we are going to get 3m plus 1, which is equals to. But when you look at the second part, it's a bit tricky, and we need to remind ourselves about the binomial expansion. So recall a minus b squared is equals to a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. Okay. Now, therefore, using the same understanding, then this part here, it's going to be 9 minus 6 the square root of m plus m. Now, putting the like terms together for this equation, we are going to get 2m plus 6 the square root of m minus 8, it equals to 0. Now, what we realize here, the coefficients here, they have a common factor. So we can factorize 2 into brackets m plus 3 the square root of m minus 4 is equals to 0. So divide by 2 over here. So our simplified equation is going to be m plus 3 the square root of m minus 4 is equals to 0. Okay. Now, clearly, if you look at this one looks like a quadratic equation. So let's interrogate it further. So m plus 3 the square root of m minus 4 is equals to 0. So sometimes it's not easy to realize this, but if we just make another substitution here, like we say we take this the square root of m, okay, and we simply say let the square root of m be equals to k, and therefore it means m will be equals to k squared. So rewriting the equation above, we are going to write it as k squared plus 3k minus 4 is equals to 0. Now, this is a very easy quadratic equation to factorize. And the factors, the numbers that you can add to get 3, but when you multiply, you get negative 4. They're actually negative 1 and 4. And therefore, by factorization, this quadratic is going to be as k minus 1 and k plus 4, which is equals to 0. Therefore, k minus 1 is equals to 0, and the first answer for k will be equals to 1. But we also have k plus 4 is equals to 0, and k will be equals to negative 4. Now let us interrogate these answers that we have. Remember, we said the square root, remember, the square root of m is equals to k. So what it's supposed to mean here is this. It's not possible for any solution of m, okay, m to be a negative. So m, the domain for m, it's supposed to be greater than or equal to 0. And as a result of that, we cannot, it's not possible to, actually the domain is m is greater than 0, and even the range for this, it's going to be greater than or equal to 0. And therefore, it's not possible to have a negative solution for this case. And therefore, we are going to work with k is equals to 1. So therefore, we're going to say the square root of m, which is equals to k, is equals to 1, and therefore the square root is therefore m is equals to 1 by simply squaring both sides. But remember, at first, the very first substitution, what was m? We said m was equals to x minus 2. So therefore, if in this case our m is 1, therefore we can be able to get the answer for x. So our x value is going to be these 2 here, negative 2, you move it to this side, it's going to be 1 plus 2, which is going to be equal to 3. Therefore, our final solution, x is equals to 3. All right, thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Subscribe and click the notification to get updated with new mathematical challenges and interesting questions that we keep posting. Thank you so much.